I fall off, I bounce back, I really come from the dirt.
Listen to this flashback of Skyline Radio Show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted in an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well.
Right.
You know, and we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure that when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping. I can't pop. All right, let me tell you, all those people who felt like they wanted to say whatever to me, look at me now. It's like, no, y'all don't understand, but I've been through some things, okay?
And you know what? No. I applaud you and I salute you, because a lot of times we do not take the time to say, I'm okay, and I'm okay with me, and there's nothing wrong with me, and I'm amazing, and I'm blessed, and I'm strong, and I matter.
Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Skyline Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
Nigga, chose by another nigga, bitch, damn. This chopper got 50 round clip. So this Molly and the syrup got me geeking, shorty. Ain't know I popped them Xannies, had them sleeping on me. Love in a hood full of hate. Pray to God that he open up them gates. Rest in peace to Freddie Gray and Lil Scooter. Putting on for our city, watch his door.
Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yeah, I like it too. As soon as I saw it, it was nice. It's spacious. Let me know.
Hello? Are we on? Yes, sir. It's on. Can you hear me?
When we go to the first break, I'll share the video.
Are we live? Yeah. Another week of It Is What It Is radio. Before we get started, you know I got started off. Moment of silence for my brother, Bell Rayvon Bishop. This is King Porterfeller Friday. Moment of silence, please. Thank you very much, Dr. Nicole.
Hi, and welcome back to another Friday evening of It Is What It Is radio.
As you already know, we added a new piece to kind of like keep everyone informed of what's going on in the DMV area. So, quick events that's coming up. We have the 12th annual health fair at Fairland in Laurel, Maryland. That is a free event. It is from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. I will be there with our 2019 Miss Full Figure DMV Queen Keisha Napper that will be spearheading this event. The second event that we have is the Fall Fashion Preview District of Curves. So it's kind of like a combination of what's going on with this event. You have 2 different time slots that you can go. The entire event is from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can go network. So if you have comp cards, you have business cards, or you're just an inspiring model and you're trying to figure out how to break into the industry, this is the event for you. Get up, come out, and network and enjoy an amazing fashion show. Next event is the first ever International Fashion Honoree Lux Gala celebration. I am one of the honorees along with Mr. Class, Malika of Dreads and Heads, and some other profound people that have contributed significantly to the fashion industry as well as the plus size community. So that is going to be this Sunday starting at 3 p.m. It is brunch, yum yum, and cocktails. So pull out those nice suits or blazers and pants, guys. Ladies, get those dresses that you paid for but you have not been anywhere to wear. Get dolled up a little bit and come out and celebrate with myself and the other honorees. The cost is only $10. You can't beat that. For $10 you're getting brunch, cocktails, red carpet, DJ for an after party, and you get to be in the presence of some amazing company. Again, always see it as an opportunity to network, bring your business cards and your comp cards and speak with the different people that's there. We also have Project Heat Baltimore, the Urban Web Series casting call that is coming up November the 8th at Studio 9854. That starts at 5 p.m. So I'm hoping to see you there, and I'm excited tonight because I had one of my Project Heat Baltimore family members here, and you'll meet her in a little bit. Many of you know that I just placed in the Miss Full Figure DMV pageant. I am the 2019 Miss Exquisite first runner-up. So registration for the 2020 Miss Full Figure DMV pageant is open. You just want to go to www.missfullfiguredmv.com, get your registration form completed, and I will be seeing you at the auditions and on the stage for the pageant day. Last but surely not least, we have our 2019 Miss Full Figure Exquisite Queen, Dr. Christy Thompson, and my soror Z5B. That is also hosting an empowering at-risk of African American males towards their destiny free event for our African American males of all ages at BCCC, located at 6474 Ricestown Road. That event is going to be held on September the 26th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So this is just your plug-in for what's going on right around the corner. Put it on your calendar. I will be posting it once we're done. So stay connected for all of the other upcoming events. And tonight, we have the Miss Nicole Iman with us. This young lady is amazing. Many of you know her playing the character Alexis. Some of you love her, some of you hate her. I love her because if you saw the cliffhanger in season 1, episode 10, this chick came in and tried to save me, but didn't kind of go too well for her nor myself. But she also is a model, and she has an upcoming stage play called Mama's Kitchen, and I'm gonna pass it over to her so that she can tell you all a little bit about her and what she has going on. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. So right now I am getting ready for my first theater experience, completely out of my comfort zone. But I wanted something to challenge myself, especially because I'm just in my first year of acting, so I'm always trying to switch it up and learn something new. So Mama's Kitchen is October the 12th from 7 to 9. It's a dinner theater, so definitely come on out. You can't say, oh, I want to come, but I'm not because I'm hungry. Nope, it's food there. So pretty much what it's about is everybody has a Big Mama. Big Mama has this boarding house, but unfortunately she dies. And then she has her grandchildren. She has her granddaughter and her grandson. The granddaughter, she wants to keep things the way that Big Mama has it. She wants to be able to help the people in the boarding house. The grandson is like, no, I want to sell. So it's pretty much just about them going through the motions of that, and then all the people that are in the boarding house, like me. I play Tasha. Tasha is this feisty little thing who knows that she looks good and she uses it to her advantage when it comes to men. She doesn't take things all the way, but enough to where it could potentially put her into some situations. So it's just about her, you know, and her going through the emotions, and she needs to learn a couple lessons. She needs to get her head on straight because the path that she's going down is not the right thing. It's going to get her in trouble. And she thinks that she's just too pretty. You know, nothing ever is going to happen to her, but she needs a reality check. So definitely come on out. Again, it's from 7 to 9, October the 12th. Other than that, I have a couple of modeling things going on right now. I'm getting ready to be a part of this calendar. This guy, his name is Max. The Lemonade Man is what everyone calls him. He makes his own lemonades. I really like it because it's a lot of fruit. I'm obsessed with fruit. Give me a fruit salad and I'm happy. So I have a special flavor that I'm not going to share right now, but I'm super excited about. I think it definitely fits my personality. It's really, really vibrant. I'm excited. I'm very, very happy that he asked me to be a part of it. So I'm supposed to be doing that in a couple of weeks. That's all that's really on my plate right now. Theater is actually a lot more time consuming than I thought, but it's awesome. I'm loving every second of it.
So I'm seeing a pattern here with your
I know.
with your character. You're always the feisty female in all of your roles. So I read this article where it says that typically the consistent role that you see an actress or an actor playing is pretty much linked to their overall personality. How close would you say your character Alexis and Mama's Kitchen character is? Because there's a pattern going on there.
I know, but you know what? I never thought that the first couple of things that I would do would be so feisty and intense. I'm not that at all. I'm a sweetheart.
Disclaimer.
I'm a good girl. Like, I've never really gotten in trouble. The worst thing I ever did to my mom was get pregnant at a young age. But, you know, I'm a good mama, so that's okay. But I never really did anything. Like, I never really got in trouble at school but I can also relate to my characters a little bit because everyone, you know, they have their moments where they feel really confident, they feel on top of the world. So I try to take little things from out of each character, you know, that I play. The good things, not necessarily the bad things. But I mean, it helps me because the thing about being an actress is you're not supposed to be yourself. So some people, they're like, oh, I can never do this. I don't like that. I feel uncomfortable. Like even with Tasha, Cornelius, who is the director of the show, he wanted me to walk a certain way. And to me, I felt like I was going to break my hip the way he wanted me to walk. But I had to realize, yes, this might be uncomfortable for Nicole, but at the same time, I'm not Nicole right now. I'm Tasha. So just tapping into each character. And if I can convince someone that I'm so super feisty and, you know, like to trick men and get what I want and just this, not a hood rat, but just a very intense go-getter person in a negative way, then I'm doing my job right. So that's all I really care about.
Well, I definitely know, because for any of you that has tuned into the Project Heat and have read the comments, I read some of the comments, I see you. It's an honor to have you here tonight in a similar role, but you're doing something different while we're off preparing to reboot for Project Heat Baltimore. However, I watch you transition, because she is a sweetheart, I have to say that, and she's an awesome mom. I watch her with her daughter. They have the cutest relationship.
Thank you.
So, but to watch you on screen And then I read the comments and people like, I hate your character.
No.
So how is there an adjustment that you feel that needs to be made? Because as you said, it's like, I'm a nice person. That's really not who I am. Like, you adjust easy, but is it a struggle for you when people see you in public? Because now you're getting noticed and people are rolling up on you. That stardom is kicking in. So how are you dealing with that? Is there any adjustment that you have to make to when they approach you, but they're hating you while they're approaching you, but they love the show and the role that you're playing?
I love it. I absolutely love it. The one thing that I told myself starting into this is I wanted to be the character that you love to hate. You can hate me, that's okay, but you're talking about me, so that means that I'm doing something right. Okay. If you hate me or you love me, it's okay. But yes, I do get that a lot. Like the other day I was out and I was at this club, which I don't really go out that much, but I was at this club and this bouncer, I walked past and this bouncer was like, oh, I know you. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, okay. I'm like, where do you know me from? He was like, you know where I know you from. And then my friends are like, she don't know you. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. So I looked at him, I'm like, oh, you watch the show, don't you? And he was like, yeah, I watched the show with just Shady ASS. And I just started laughing. Like, it's a compliment to me, whatever they say, whether they think that Black should kill me or whether they think that Rock was, good for doing what he did or whatever. That it's just confirmation, and that means that I'm doing my job right. So yes, hate my character, love my character. As long as you're talking about me, that means that I'm doing something to get your attention. So I love it.
So I know everybody has things and areas where they need to improve themselves, not something that a director is telling you to improve on. When you are critiquing yourself, because I know I do it a lot now, I'm like, man, why I look crazy? Like, what's going on with my face? What is the one thing that you're constantly critiquing about yourself? Ponder on that, because we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to let the beautiful Nicole Iman answer. Remember, it is what it is. Radio, like, and share on your page. We'll be right back.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange radio show.
Any trouble, because I get into any trouble, but I had a problem that this then became a discussion at that workplace environment. Now, the discussion was I should have been more sensitive. In what way was my first response? And I guess when I had to meet with that said person who had the issue with the person who was said leader of that organization. Okay. I said, well, to that person, how would I have known that? Well, you should have asked.
I think so. You want my opinion?
It was a circle, and I was willing to go on that merry-go-round.
You are better than most. Yeah. I think that's normal when you're in a group and there's norming. Most of the time when you're in new work environments or you're in a space where you're getting to know people, it's normal now to ask for people's preferred pronouns. You wouldn't have known that.
Normal to who? What is normal?
Well, you work in social...
I don't feel the need to give my pronouns, so it's not normal to me.
You don't, but I think, because I feel like the person was probably offended because they felt like you were not honoring whoever they are, right? But you wouldn't have known that.
Still to this moment, I don't know what their pronouns are. So in that
they didn't offer
circle, we still don't know. So I'll go as far as saying I perceived it to be a she.
Perceive them to be a she.
Them.
Yeah.
Her, him, they,
them. It seems like they, them would be the easiest one on this one.
Join us every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. for the Artist Exchange radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
When we cared for one another, we shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I had it wrong. In my defense, she did not correct me when I said it.
And I apologize. Not me, I had to say a big congratulations to my daughter and my new son-in-law, Shay and Trey Williams. They got married today. My oldest daughter. Hold on, please. But yes, my daughter is now a married woman, and I've been a little emotional all day, so I was a little quiet, but I'm just taking it all in.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now, Miss Nicole, let me ask you this first.
Okay.
What made you get into modeling and acting?
Okay. So, long story short, I started acting and modeling when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, being young and being in a relationship, the guy that I was with, he didn't really want me to do it too much. He felt like I would leave him behind. So I stopped. I shouldn't have, but I stopped. Then I had kids with him, and we were together for like 10 years. And so after that, I left and I kind of made a life for me and my girls. And I was sitting back last year and I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable, I'm secure, but is this all my life is going to be? I don't want that.
Right.
So I started, making my vision board and started planning and starting, to do a lot of praying, trying to figure out, how I wanted to get back into acting and modeling. I'm like, okay, well, just give me a sign. And literally after I said that, it was just popping up everywhere. I was going to different concerts, and all they were talking about is chase your dreams and da-da-da-da.
Right.
I was going to church, and that was just the message for everything. I'm like, all right, God, like, oh, okay, I get you. So I just went for it, and so I've been doing it actively for a year, and I swear it's just been like blessing after blessing after blessing. So I'm excited. It's the best thing I could have done.
So is there anything that you don't like about being in that business?
I don't get to spend that much time with my kids. So, but I do take them with me. My oldest daughter, she is my biggest supporter. She's 8 years old.
Shout her out. What's your daughter's name? Shout her out.
Peyton, she's 8. She just turned 8 on the 17th. So happy birthday, baby.
Shout out. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Peyton.
Yeah, she is my biggest supporter. She had this career day last year, and she was like, Mommy, I want you to go to career day. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, what, you want me to talk about leasing? Because I'm a leasing consultant during the day. And she's like, no, Ma, your other job. I'm like, my other job? She was like, you're an actress, duh. And I was and I was just like, I was so shocked, but I was trying not to cry because she thinks I cried too much anyway. So, but it really meant a lot to me. I was just like, wow, like you see me.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. And then my youngest daughter, Nova, hi baby, she's 3, and she is gonna be. She is a firecracker. She's a Leo, and she is going to be something in the business if that's what she really wants to do. She is a singer, a dancer, and a whole actress.
Yes, and Nova has been seen in Project Heat Baltimore. She actually plays her daughter in the show. So that's what mom and daughter tag team. I love that.
Yes.
So, to the I know it's another young lady such as yourself or young ladies out there that's basically knocking on the door trying to get into modeling and acting. What good advice would you give them?
Ask people around you. Go on Facebook. That's one of the things that I did, and start typing in like modeling things, acting things. I'm a part of a couple different groups from the DMV, and I can see all these different listings, and just go for it. Like, if you didn't have a fear, like, what would you do? And that's just what I keep thinking and keep asking myself, like, what would you do if you weren't scared?
Right.
And so definitely, don't ever let a man stop you from doing what it is that you know that you're destined to do. But honestly, just trying to put yourself out there, and networking is the best thing that you could possibly do. Social media is out there, everybody's on it. Use it to your advantage. I'm a horrible millennial, so if I can figure it out, everybody can figure it out.
Did you say you're a horrible millennial?
I'm a horrible millennial.
Okay.
I am.
With
Me
electronics,
too. You're not alone.
Not alone.
You're not alone.
It's
I'm
bad.
terrible.
You too?
Yeah, terrible.
So I know before first of all, welcome to Dab. Dab is here. You know, it's never a party and a full show without all our family members here. And we're missing our beautiful, neat, lovely God. Please lift her in prayer, and she will be back with us on Friday. But before we went to break, I had asked you what was one thing that when you're critiquing yourself, when you see yourself, whether it's modeling and acting, what is that one thing or things that you're always like, oh, I need to improve on that?
Okay, so I actually have two. One is what people always tell me, the directors. They say I'm too proper. And
I agree.
A lot.
Are you from here? Okay.
Yeah. A lot of the directors, the things that I've been casted for, you know, they got their ebonics going on, and they just, you know, they speak slang and stuff. So I gotta like break it up, and I really try to work on it. And I think that I'm doing it right, and they're like, no, like you're not, you're still. So that's one thing. I really try not to be so proper when I'm in character. Okay. Me personally, in my opinion, I always feel like I can go deeper. I always feel like I'm just hitting the surface. And so like even with like the Project Heat stuff, I'll look back multiple times during the week to see what I could have done better. And most times I'm just like, I could have gone deeper than that. I feel like I just keep it surface level sometimes. So, I mean, and I think a lot of that has to do with just me not allowing myself to feel personally when it comes to certain stuff. Like I just block it off so I can just keep going. But I was telling my mom the other day, I feel like I should probably go into therapy for my acting because since I block stuff off so much in my personal life, not even really thinking about it, I feel like I can do so much more and go so deeper
if you channel that energy.
Yes.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Because if I'm going through life, like I'll go through something, I'll take a couple days to deal with it, and then I'll act
put a mental block on it. Right.
And so if I don't allow myself to feel certain, you know, those emotions, and
you can't bring those emotions out while you're acting.
I feel like it takes me way too long to dig into
bring
that
it.
character.
Oh wow!
Hold that thought. Yeah. We gotta go to a break. Don't go nowhere. We will be right back. Please like and share the show. It is what it is, radio.
You know what it is.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Mr. Miss, beautiful Nicole Iman. Son, you got one of them names that you can
Nicole.
snap at. Rolls off the tongue. So make sure before you leave, we get your autograph. I'ma claim this now. I'ma be on Project Heat Baltimore real soon.
Y'all heard it here first.
You know?
So I'm gonna expect to see you now.
Yeah. We're not even gonna bring up the old other stuff. We just gonna start.
Ready to start your acting gig, baby.
Right.
Ready to start the gig up. Ready to start acting.
That's
right. Why not,
That's
man?
right.
That's what I'm talking about.
People be acting on social media. I might as well do it for real. And
Honestly, we act every day if you think about it. How many times have any of us sitting here had a bad day, but you still got to go punch that clock?
Yeah.
You still got to be a dad. You still got to be a husband, boyfriend. Still got to be a mom.
True.
And even if you don't have any of that stuff going on, if you're the strongest one in your circle, now you got to be a counselor, whether you're a counselor by title or not.
Right.
You have to be a counselor. So we're acting every day.
True.
Everybody plays a role.
Mhm.
I mean, even when you get on the phone, especially as black people, you get on the phone and you're in an interview, you change your voice up real quick.
Yeah.
You right though.
Yeah,
you're right.
You definitely did.
Yeah, and I learned, so I did in undergrad, I tried to get out of a hard class and realized that this communication class was like super hard, so I probably should have stayed in the last class. But anyway, what it talked about is body posture, and that goes hand in hand with modeling and acting, because if you're having a bad day and you don't know how to disconnect from that negative energy, it shows in your walk, your overall performance, it shows in your face. And if anyone has ever snapped a picture of you while you're modeling and you haven't let go of negative energy, have you or have you not gone back and looked at that picture just like you look at a scene and you like, oh my God. And unfortunately, there's no do-overs, because you know as well as I do, the photographer is not going to wait for you to get your face together.
So
they're just hitting that button, and they will literally in a matter of seconds or minutes capture anywhere from 20 to 500 frames. And you think about it, 500 frames and only 2 good images come out of that, because you don't know how to control your emotions,
all
which
that
are
energy
projected
coming through the camera.
And you and I have talked about it a lot, about the transference of energy. So for you, I know every day is not a good day. So when you're switching gears, you got to go from mom to this dislikable character, then you got to go to this beautified glam, and let's not even get into the heels and the garments and stuff that you have to put on that's cutting off your circulation. But you have to make it look, one, pretty, effortless.
Yes.
How do you get through that?
Well, I try to make sure that I'm okay. Well, you can't always be comfortable, so I just think about the bigger picture. Honestly, okay, I'm gonna be uncomfortable for X amount of time. If I can get through this, this is gonna be my prize. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has to do things that they don't want to do. Everybody wears a mask, just like you said. You have to get to the end of that. So let me not complain about something that I'm doing that I love. If that means I'm going to be uncomfortable for a couple minutes, because I could be back at work dealing with people that I don't like, managers that I don't like, customers that I don't like. So, okay, yeah, my feet might be swollen and I might need to take an ice bath and sit down and put my kids to bed early, but
that's what you want. That's a sacrifice that you know, to get what you love. And you gotta make sacrifices.
Beauty is pain.
That's what I'm learning in this life, and in going after your goals. You gotta make sacrifices. Like you said, do things that you don't want to do.
Yes.
But and the end and the outcome is what you're looking for, and that end and goal of your finish line. And if you're working hard and you stand focused on your path, you're going to get that.
Exactly.
You're definitely going to get that.
My aunt used to always tell me, because I know she's watching, so hi auntie. She used to always say, fake it until you make it. And at first I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But it's the honest God truth. Like, you really have to fake it. You have to put on that smile. You have to talk to people you don't like to talk to. You gotta do what you gotta do to get to the end result. So I'm gonna fake it until I make it.
And you know the saying is, if you go to the barber shop enough and you keep sitting in that chair, you're gonna eventually get a haircut. And I remember hearing that very saying when I was younger, fake it till you make it. And then even as I matured, fake it till you make it. I'm like, what does that even mean? That is like the dumbest thing. But it's not so much the faking it part, it's the believing in yourself to the point where it becomes second nature. Like breathing the air. Because at some point in the process of that journey, it's no longer you trying to convince yourself. It's very real for you. It has become a permanent part, not just a fixture like a picture hanging on the wall. It has become a permanent part of your life. And I think that's something that we as people in general, we don't do enough. And that's why we see a lot of people that have these dreams and they don't go anywhere. And then you see them and you're like, oh my God, you're so talented. I was just on Facebook last night and there was a guy that was singing a song in the subway station up in New York. And I'm like, why hasn't someone discovered him? And then I asked myself the question in a different way. Why hasn't he put himself out
in
there to be discovered? And we know that fear is one of the blockers. Naysayers is another blocker.
No supporters.
Lack of support. And I talk a lot about this one. We as individuals are our biggest critic, our worst critic. We are the worst at critiquing ourselves, and we tend to subscribe to an unhealthy channel within our mind
and in our
heart, and we build the wall. Have you ever dealt with that in your journey, far as being a mom, an actress, and a model? Because we know just being a model and an actress, it is very competitive as a woman. As a black woman, because we got to try not and have the attitude, but then we have to learn to also speak up, be assertive, and speak up for ourselves. Has that been a challenge for you, and how have you dealt with it?
I've dealt with self-doubt a lot, not even just with my talent, but just I'm 25, I have 2 kids, like how am I supposed to make the time to do what I have to do? Like, is it even worth it? I could be spending time with my children, like are they gonna grow up and resent me for the time that, you know, I'm not around? I think about all of that stuff, but at the same time, like, this is it means so much to me, like, and I know that it's what I'm supposed to do. So I just honestly try to block it out. Like, I literally feel it in my bones that it's what I'm supposed to do. Like, it's as strong as how you feel love or you feel hate. It's that intense. Like, it has an actual feeling to it. So I deal with it, but I just honestly try to block it out. And then, of course, I have an amazing support system. So, you know, my mother and my aunt and my siblings and my children, like, they uplift me more than anything. So I have to keep going.
Yeah, you do. You have to. I mean, definitely for your children. I mean, when you chasing your dreams, you are showing your children that, you know, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with chasing your dreams. You should be chasing your dreams. And so that's it's just putting a mental note in their head, like, you know, if my mother can chase her dreams at 25 with us 2, then why can't I start chasing my dreams now? At 9 or at 8 or at whatever age they may be. You know what I mean? They see that parents working hard. Like, their mom go to work and she acting in, or like my son to tell me, like, Dad, you going to the radio today? And like how you said about your daughter, like, no, tell them about the other job. You know what I'm saying? Like, it give you that sense of like, dang, like I'm doing right. Like, I'm doing right. Like, this is what I want to do. And I thought I was, you know, making sacrifices, hurting other people. When in all actuality, they see that the sacrifice is going to get us in a better position. So they like, man, go, like, do what you got to do. Like, I understand we missing time now, but that's so that we could take that big vacation for a month or whatever the case may be, and we all together, and that's where that time is being made up. You feel me? So, like you said, your support system is definitely a big thing, but that fear like you said, is a great factor because it stops a lot of things. And you, like you said, that self-doubt, you'll build a wall in front of yourself, and now you got to climb over it or try to bust through it. And then you're not thinking like, I built this wall my damn self. And once you bust through, you're like, that wall wasn't even thick. It wasn't like, oh my God, like it took this much effort to break through that wall, and you just keep going after that.
Exactly.
And, like,
that's what I keep talking to Peyton about, because that was one of my biggest things. Like, how am I supposed to tell my kids that they can follow their dreams if I'm not following mine?
Right.
And so I talk to them about it all the time, even the 3-year-old, because she's 3, but she's super smart.
Right.
And she is very articulate. She can understand. You can have a complete conversation, and she will get it. But yeah, so like, I try my hardest to make sure that I'm setting a good example for them. So my kids have some crazy dreams, like crazy dreams to other people, but they're very, they're
very possible.
So like Peyton, she wants to be a gymnast. She wants to be the next Gabby Douglas or Simone Biles.
Yes.
Peyton Nova's 3, but she talks about how she wants to be a doctor and for people, because she wants to help people. So I'm just like, would they have even thought about that if they didn't see me doing what I'm doing?
Right.
And their dreams might change as they get older, but
they gonna know to chase them.
Yes.
They gonna know to chase them and go at them wholeheartedly and with 120% of effort. And that's the main. That's your job. That's your job is done. Not done, but they still grown. But like you did a very important step. You put exactly.
Right. I don't want them to ever
you
feel
set
like
that tone. You set that tone.
And if I'm showing them that I'm not, then they know that they don't have to.
Right. That's what's up.
And let me just say for our viewers, do not be discouraged by race and or your age. And I love, for you to be 25, you have a lot of wisdom. I always tell people, children will either make or break you. Your children have been your blessing, especially along with your support system. Taraji P. Henson is one of my favorite female actresses, and here's why. Because one, she's transparent, and for anyone that follows me and have had the opportunity to have an in-depth conversation with me, they know I don't hide anything. My visible or non-visible scars are my testimony and strength for other people. And when I heard Taraji P. Henson speak about how people were telling her, you're too old to go to Hollywood, you're too old to act, give that dream up. And she said at 40, she broke into the acting industry. She packed herself and her son up and she went to Hollywood. Look at that woman now. And when I say she delivers a role to the point where she is kind of like your character, you be fussing and cussing at the screen, or you're laughing hysterical, or you talk to the screen like, girl, turn around, look. And I just love what she stands for, and her energy is so powerful and so amazing that even to watch her speak and celebrate other women.
It's radiant.
It just I can feel myself smiling when I'm watching her speak. So I love that you're saying openly that you had a support system, because a lot of people don't have that, and it is still challenging. However, having support takes away some of those pressures for you, because you had people that on the days you don't want to do it, you don't want to practice that script, because when you're doing theater, there's a script. What I love about Project Heat Baltimore is that we improv. We don't do scripts.
Okay.
I love it, but I hate it at the same time, because you like, the director's talking to you, you like, you want me to do what? And he get, Katie gets this look in his eye. You like, dude, don't even give me anything crazy to do. But he does it. He doesn't listen to us. But he challenges us so that we would challenge ourselves. And let me tell you, this director gives us homework. Does he not? He's like, look, you need to practice facial expression. You need to practice how you're delivering your lines. Like, again, we're improv. So he'll tell you, this is what the scenario is. And you got to figure out how to, deliver that. So knowing what we go through behind the scene for as the modeling and the acting, what tips would you give someone trying? Because I know tips that I would give them. What are some tips that you would give them?
As far as modeling or acting?
Both.
Okay. For Acting, I would say, like I said earlier, remember that it's not you. You're portraying somebody else. So stay out of your mind. Don't let what you wouldn't do affect your performance. Don't overthink it. I would say be open to criticism, constructive criticism, because they're only saying it to make you better. So just absorb it, internalize it, and deliver what they're asking. For modeling, it's not all about a pretty face. You really have to study your craft. I have to study my craft. I haven't been doing it the way I'm supposed to, so I really need to get back on it. And I even realized that when we were taking our pictures and stuff, you're like, Nicole? I'm like, I know! I was like, why are you making this so difficult? Yeah, so continue to practice it. It's not for both. It's not something that you can just do once and be like, oh, okay, I got it. You have to continue to work on your craft. And put yourself out there. You're never going to know if you don't put yourself out there. Take the first step. Believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, I'll believe in you. Somebody else you might know, I'm sure they believe in you. You know, and even if you don't, just try it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
At least you can say that you tried.
It's time for me to step out there.
Some light bulbs going off.
I could easily go into my characters. I want to learn how to get into a character somebody give me.
Okay.
I want to learn how to embrace that. Like my characters, I can just go right into them easy. I want to learn how to get into a character that somebody give me. You know what I mean? Whether it be a nerd or whatever the case may be, I want to be able to go straight into it. Yep. Man, and the crazy thing is, I don't think when it comes to acting, I like that's really what I really want to do with my life. I want to act. Like my favorite male actor, everybody possibly knows Denzel Washington. Yeah, but with him, Will Smith, I got a few male actors that I like. It's just that like that's always been something I always wanted to do, and I always felt wholehearted like I could really do that. And it's been a few like plays in school and stuff like that. I always used to participate and stuff like that. And you know, the feedback was like Dave, like you really can do it. Like I believe what you was doing. You feel me? And when it comes to my characters, like most of the characters that I made up, they just got.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. You know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism over Perry's show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn because I'm gonna make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on Have and Have Nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants.
It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to kick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have Nots, and I continue to watch it in its 5th season. But I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back, and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
They just want to get the point across.
It's not but you don't get the point for 4 episodes. It's too much. So, now according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah. Here's what he says. It's completely false.
What was that? That was your Tyler Perry impression? Oh God. What?
That was my Medea voice.
Oh.
Nothing is accurate in this article except for mine and Oprah's names. That's what he said. I mean, you see what I mean? You gotta stick around. I mean, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I mean, they pay us to do this. So we go off every week right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. My co-host had a question for me. I'm gonna let it go ahead.
Yeah, so those of you know Mr. Dad,
Yes.
I actually became acquainted with him by watching him speak. You're a very insightful guy. I remember I was telling Tyree that when I watched you speak on one of the shows, he had different generation of men here speaking about the history of us as Black people and how people don't know their culture. And I'm not deep into it, but I'm like saying, Kof, if you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. So you have to study. And I know you and I have had some talks off the camera. And tonight I'm seeing a different guy. And I like both guys. So it lets me know that you can be diverse. So what I want to know from you, because you expressed the interest in doing comedy, acting, and you have a lot of other talents. Why haven't you done it already? What is stopping you?
Straight up and down, it was fear.
Okay.
It was fear. I have a fear of being big, but I want to be big. Y'all kind of understand that?
That's different.
Like real talk. Like I got a fear of the level I'm gonna get to because I know my influence. I know what I want to bring to the table, and I know what I want to change. So it's kind of like a fear of like being like a Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, but from another aspect or another, you know what I mean, coming from another angle. Because once I get there, like I'm going to empower my people. I'm going to, you know what I mean, put the message out that I need my people to hear so we can get to that next level or get to where we supposed to be. So like I'm straight up. It was fear. It was fear. It was fear. I fear because all my life, like when it become time for stuff to change, like I'm gonna give you a simple example. One time, everybody had gym as an elective. We were the only class that had instrumental music. Nobody in my class liked the instrumental music. So by like the second week, I was like, I'm not going to class. And I don't think y'all should either. So the whole class sitting in the hallway. Elective got changed. You feel me? Like I have, and people have told me this, like, Dev, you have that voice and that action wise, whereas though, like, prime example, the Freddie Gray night, the last night of the curfew. When I get up to the little on North Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue, they got the street blocked off, and it's a lot of activists out there, and it's a lot of other people, young people out there that got their little notoriety off the stuff, and they was like, "Come on, y'all, we ready to go home, respect the curfew, boom, boom." No, we ain't going nowhere. It's our city, we ain't going nowhere. We never had a curfew, we not going home tonight. That's when the smoke bombs came, we throwing stuff at them and all that. I started that, like, till it, like, I think about that, like you really, like, everybody was really about to be conservative and leave, we was going to do our little, I was like, nah. Nah, like, they got to hear us, they got to feel us. If not, then they going to automatically just do it like how they been doing what they want. and I'm just sick and tired of it.
But
Like,
it's good that you're aware of that too.
Mm-hmm.
You're aware of your voice and you're aware of how powerful your
Right.
voice is. That way you can use it in a constructive way.
Right.
Because if you don't know how strong you are and you know how much God put inside of you, then think of all the stuff that you would do.
Exactly. Like you are hitting it dead on the head. So I mean, it's going away. It's going away. Like I've been telling you, every day I've just been asking God, you know, just continue to push me towards my purpose, God. Just do that. And He has been. I just been doing small stuff like I do. Like yesterday I was on the bus, and Monday the little girl was cussing. I didn't say nothing Monday. I wanted to so bad. But then Thursday, I was like, you gotta say something. Like it was on your mind, it was on your brain. And I didn't come at first. Her friend cussed, and I asked her. I said, "Little young lady, you too pretty to be cussing. Why are you cussing? You see all these adults back here. I understand you're a young teenager. I was young before. When y'all get around each other, cuss away.
Right.
Like I'm not saying don't cuss. You know what I mean? Because I cussed when I was young. So I'm not saying don't cuss, but you know, have respect. Let's bring this respect thing back."
Right.
And so she was like, "I'm sorry. I apologize." And I said, "I respect you for having that respect. I appreciate that."
Right.
You feel me? And she looked at me like, "Wow." And then I turned to our friend. I said, "Now you, on the other hand, Monday you was going off in the front of the bus. Well, you know it's nothing but elders up there." She was like, "I know, but the person was getting my." I was like, "I know, but you gotta look around. Beware your surroundings, and you know, give them a few words you've learned out the dictionary." So you feel me? You can give a person some mean words without cursing, basically. And she was like, "Well, I apologize for cursing." I was like, "I just respect you for respecting me."
And that's
You
what
feel
I
me?
try to tell females all the time. Like with me, people think that they think that I'm lying. Like if I'm in a relationship with someone or just have a disagreement with someone, period, they expect you just to pop off and to cuss. Me, I can hurt your feelings without saying one cuss word, and I'll talk to you in the tone that I'm talking to you right now. Like your words are super powerful.
Yes.
And you cussing and cussing and cussing, that's not doing nothing but having people look at you like you're crazy. Use your words, articulate your words, get your point across. You don't have to do all the extra stuff.
They are very powerful. I had got put out of I got my credentials, but I wasn't able to get my actual certificate because I was getting soldier hated on. I went and asked the person who ran the program. I asked him. I said, I asked him about my placement. I told him like it's a little far. I remember I told you. I was like, it's a little far, yet I'm still going to do it. I just asked him. I said, if anything's happening, because I don't like being late when it comes to work. Definitely when you first start, you know how it is. So I said, if anything happens, you know, can y'all accommodate me or can y'all help me find another site? He just went out the rip. No, we can't help you find another site. Own your own shit, because that was one of his sayings or whatever. I was like, okay. And see, if we want to bring that up, well, why would you place me all the way out Randallstown when I asked you to place me in the city? You couldn't answer that question. Then I asked him another question. He couldn't answer that question. So he got real defensive. So by the time then, he cursing and he yelling. So I'm like, you know what? Before I go there, I'm going to leave out. So I said, all right, Adam, I'm going to leave. You feel me? I said, I'm done. It's okay. I'll stay with Morgan Properties. So when I'm about to leave out, he said, well, good luck. That was that was like the last straw. So I didn't curse.
Trigger.
Yeah, that was my trigger. I said, I don't need luck. I have skill. That took him, like, his face bloodshot red. Kathy, tell Morgan Properties that Devin doesn't want to work for them and he's not finishing the program. I said, Kathy, I did not say that. But if that's what he said, I can't do nothing about it. He runs the program. You know what I mean? But the kicker was that line I gave him. I don't need luck, I have skill. He just thought about it. It's the last day. I acquired all the skill and credentials I need from you.
Right.
So I'm done using you. You thought you was striking me with some words and stuff. My words gonna hurt worse. And I didn't curse at you enough. And I was so proud of myself because that was like one of the first time I didn't go off the rip. Because I usually like, oh, that's what you want. Oh, you want to go there? All right, man. I'm gonna let you go first.
Know.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go first. I'm going next though, and I ain't gonna shut up.
Right.
So I was just so happy. Like I called everybody. Like, yo, I didn't cuss him out. Like they was like, what? You didn't cuss him out? I was like, nah, man. I just told him I don't need luck. I got skill, and that was the God honest truth. And he was hot.
So I'm a firm believer that we should all be careful when we ask God to bless us with things, but be open to being uncomfortable. I tell people, and I know I equate everything to modeling. It's so easy to do it. So we're gonna go to a break, and when we come back, I'm gonna share, which I believe Nicole know what I'm gonna say. So it is what it is. Radio show. We'll be right back. Like and share.
Like and share the show.
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste. I've been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the past over. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't a man to me to let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, don't pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I peep the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save you, the weed too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry fakers, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patients run thin, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. Say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't losing sleep while your third eye always on me. I'm steady green just to feed the team. My boo, she know that I'm king when chasing my dream. These niggas it seems I rip them, trash them, then put on new jeans. See the problem is, man, you know, I keep it 100, man. Yeah, man, like if I got it, then you got it. Yeah, I mean, but if I don't got it, then I'ma give it. You feel me? But I definitely got you through the ride, man. Let's get it, yo.
I'm really getting tired of ungrateful ass niggas. They really about to turn me to a hateful ass nigga. Like I was never there when you never had figures. Pull triggers for you niggas when you caught up in the trenches. Man, I really don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but I really don't feel it.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Without that, I did everything myself. I called housing authority back and told them like, look, they let me go, so y'all don't have to pay for me because they actually, like, the company actually has to pay for maintenance. They pay that company for a maintenance tech. They can pay MMHA for a maintenance tech. Basically, I think it's about $2,000 or whatever. So it's some money behind it. That's why he was really mad.
Okay, and we are back with It Is What It Is Radio. So prior to going to break, I was saying to you, be careful what you ask for because you'll definitely get it because he hears and know all. Right. So I have this saying that I tell everybody, even in a therapeutic world, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I equate that to modeling because we are very uncomfortable. We just make it look pretty. We have on about 2 to 3 different garments. Then you're standing back there in 5 to 6 inch heels, waiting just to get on.
Y'all gotta think cool, because it might be a hot venue.
And it is.
Outside, and the weather.
Yes.
Right.
So with that being said, that's one of my biggest tips to you is, and Nicole gave you a lot of awesome tips.
Yes, she did.
Just what she shared openly. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because if it's not challenging you to challenge yourself, then it's not good for you. Because through the challenges, we develop. Yes. We get stronger. And I love that you spoke earlier and you openly shared about how you critique yourself. Right. And you're like, I could have went deeper.
Yeah.
It is always room for improvement, even with myself. You know, I do a lot. I'm not all over the place, but I do a lot of different things. So I'm constantly in my mind, and I'm like, okay, turn that switch off, turn this on, and then when I turn the model switch on, I'm like, let me go over here and reach in this actress bag and take some of that energy.
Put that in there.
So I will say that you also have to be very flexible.
Okay.
Again, I'm going to use modeling. You know, you'll go to the practices, you'll be fitted by the designers, and then what happens? You show up on the day of the show, they've switched out your outfits.
Mayhem.
And you like, okay, I bought shoes based off of the outfits I was fitted for, but if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So I'm sure you're like me and you take way more than 3 pairs.
Whole suitcase in the trunk.
So for you, I want you to start making sure, because one of the things we do on the show, as you know, is we give updates on the surrounding DMV events.
Right.
When, especially if you see that 4-letter word free, I need you to put yourself out there. You're sitting right next to an actress and model. And don't be afraid to try modeling. You'd be surprised in who's in the audience, who's watching you. And most designers and production company owners, they also model. I know a very amazing guy, Derek Dixon. He has 3D Productions. He's a very humble guy. He models, and when he show up, he's not the producer. He's not a director. He is at that moment a model, and he adheres to the rules. So we have to learn how to also adjust, adapt, and follow instructions. And it's okay to follow someone's lead. Just make sure that they're leading you down the right path. So I just want to give you that.
I appreciate that.
Miss Nicole, do you mentor?
I have. Well, you know what? I can't say that. I'll say no, I don't consider myself a mentor, but the things that you say you don't consider is usually what you end up being. So I have had people to come to me randomly, just random people, and just ask me, you know, for advice, or they'll send me different videos of monologues that they're about to send out for casting, and I'll look at it, and if I feel a different critique, I might send them a video back and show them how I would do it, just to give them a different perspective. And that usually helps. And I'm like, I just started. I don't know why y'all want to come to me, but okay. So, but I try to embrace it, but you know, I wasn't expecting it. So, no, but yes. No, but yes. But if anyone ever needed any help, I'd be more than happy. So, you know, I got you.
She knew where I was going. And you talked about social media. I hate that people kind of frown and look down on social media. Is nothing wrong with social media. It's how people use social media. Social media has been a very big blessing to me, aside from meeting people such as yourself, and you definitely know you have a special place in my. This guy is super amazing. We're not going to do it this episode, but this guy, you're amazing, because when I met you on the other talk show, it's like we just connected. When I met him, what he said to me was, he was like, "Oh, what do you have going on?" So I told him about that Saturday. I had an event. I was preparing for the Runway Liberia fashion show, and this year was the first year that plus size models hit that runway. So I was hosting the casting call at Madame and Ma Ashley store, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come." So when you talk about support, for those of you that are out there viewing, if you're not already friends with Mr. Tyree Miles, you need to send him a friend request and or follow him, because this guy is a supporter. I mean, and he showed up. Not only did he show up to that event, he went live to make sure other people came down and knew about it. He showed up at the Glen Burnie Avenue event. He
had my daughters that time.
He showed up at the Scenes of Sexy 4 fashion show, and made sure myself and Love Be God knew that he was there. And this guy was coming from his kids' game, and even though he couldn't stay, he had to leave to get to another event. He made sure we saw him there. So when I think about support, we prioritize what is important to us, and he has been so consistent with that. So make sure you send this guy, because this guy is a plethora of resources. I don't know if you know that. I'm talking about fashion shows, and Tamika Chapman, which if you're watching, you are just amazing. Fancy Nails, it was an amazing show. I did not know these young ladies until then, but when I say they welcomed me and embraced me. So I say all that to say, you never know where your opportunity and or blessing is going to come from. Another person I'm suggesting that you both follow is Mr. Class. I do a lot of posting with him. He's been on the show. Funny guy. And this guy is so diverse. He's a comedian, he's an actor, he's a model, he's a dad of 3 beautiful young ladies, and he does this mingling nails thing at the salon, but then his daughters got him one day, and he's like, "No, I want to go to the real salon and get my nails done." but his name is Sharon's son on Facebook. So when we talk about connecting and networking, these are the people you need to be connecting and networking with. Miss Nicole is willing to give you any nuggets of wisdom and tips she can, but it's nothing like that guy-to-guy rapport, pretty much like how you and Tyree have. Like, I have a slew of instrumental women in my life, and you're one of them. And I'm 45 and you 20, and I learned from even watching you on the set, you know. So, and don't allow yourself to get compartmentalized and thinking, oh, I got it. That moment when you think you got it,
you don't.
So just make sure you're actually putting yourself out there and you're networking. And in Mr. Class video today, because he's one of the honorees for the upcoming event Sunday, he talked about that. He's like, hey, get up and come to these events. He said, because you don't know, you could be sitting next to someone that could make you the next billionaire.
True. That's right.
And even if not the next billionaire, just to kind of like nudge you a little bit, because you don't know how she's connected to somebody that's connected to somebody's, that's connected to some other somebody's, that's connected to some other bodies that can put you where you want to be. But presentation, and I talk about that as well. Presentation is everything. And by presentation, part of that presentation and dress attire is your attitude. A bad attitude is like a flat tire. You cannot get anywhere until you fix it. And you know, people see the fun part and they like, oh, modeling and acting, oh yeah, you know, you got a little popularity, but they don't know how it has the ability to break you down in a good sense, break you down and humble you. So if you're not already humble, being in modeling, the acting industry, and or the pageant, you know, I just finished the pageant. I was one of them people that I was like, oh, you know, I'm together, you know, I don't have no work to do.
I be catching myself sometimes too.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I will go in a rehearsal sometimes and I'm like, oh, I got this, I don't need it. And then Cornelius is like, oh, but Nicole, this, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm just gonna read my script again, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna try this again. No, definitely have to humble yourself, because when you, like you said, when you think you have it, you really don't. You really don't. Always be on your toes.
Oh, that's very blessed.
And be open, you know, for that feedback. My heart is challenged, and people are always amazed when I tell them that. I tell them how photographers are like, what are you doing with your face? And I'm like, to me, it feels like my face looks sexy. What are you doing with your face? So there's this one photographer. He's awesome. Olu. I do a lot of my pictures now. I use him because he catches the realness. But his business is Images by Confessor Inc. photography. And he's always like, why are you making them faces? Well, again, to me, complacency within the mind, I'm like, it feels sexy to me. So he started snapping the pictures and sending it to me. I was like,
okay.
Like, I don't really know what I was feeling in that picture. So I share that just to say, if someone is saying adjust, it may feel right or look right to you, make the adjustment. And everything, I feel like modeling and acting goes hand in hand, because you know, when you on that runway, depending on what you wearing, if it's like leather, whatever, now you gotta bring out the bad chick, the bad girl, you know. It's like kissing cousins, in my opinion. But it's always gonna go back to, am I teachable, am I coachable? You know, the old proverb says, when a student is ready to learn, the teacher will appear.
Sure enough.
Your teachers are appearing. This is a different different dab, and I'm excited. And again, I want to thank you, Nicole, for taking time, because you're a busy lady. I thank you for coming, and it is indeed an honor to actually have the opportunity to learn more about you. And we're going to dig more into you, but first we're going to take this break and we're going to come back. It is what it is. Radio, like, and share
this show, please.
Don't go nowhere.
Now listen to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new and take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move. Don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough. Show enough, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. Oh no, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark. Show enough, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. We do whatever you like. Keep her hands off from me. Oh no, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. Let's slide, you and me alone, to find who we really are. Crash into something new. I got ballet bringing up the car. Throw me a kiss, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, I wanna take you, but we gotta cruise so we can lose the crowd. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move. Don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough. Show enough, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. Oh no, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark. Show enough, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. We do whatever you like. Hands off from me. Oh no, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. You can be my radio. If you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. Tell that she can't get enough. Show enough. Show enough. Hands off, couldn't keep her hands off me. Hands off from me. Shoot it, do it. Hands off from me. Oh yeah. Dance till we dance in the dark. Show enough. She couldn't keep her hands off from me. We do whatever you like. Hands off from me. Oh no, she couldn't keep her hands off from me.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
Period.
the real. That's the real deal.
It's period.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents, 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
White keys only have this bitch jumping.
Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rebel rap.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're back. There we go. We back now. It is what it is.
So before we went to break earlier, Mr. Dev, you thought I forgot about my question.
Yeah, I thought
you were saying going out that Denzel Washington is one of your favorite actors.
Yes.
Why?
He just embodies the character so much.
Indeed he does.
So much, from facial expressions to not even saying nothing sometimes. And he just make you believe that character is him so wholeheartedly that it's ridiculous. And so, I just been watching him since I was able to understand what he was doing. And so, watching his career and seeing his progress, seeing his growth, it's just like, wow. And then he'll still say today, he's still learning. It's like, Denzel, how? Bro, you getting the character so good, it's ridiculous. You'll go to watch a Denzel movie and it might not be that good, but the way he is acting makes it it makes it good. It makes it interesting. The way he's bringing that character out, it's just he just got it, man. He just got it. Him, I like him. I like what's the guy name that played on Black Panther?
I don't know his name, but I
I forgot his name. I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. And there's a few other young actors I'm really into right now. Also with Denzel, I like Will Smith. Sidney Poitier. The older actor.
Sidney Poitier. That's a classic right there. That's a classic actor.
I can't remember the exact. See, when I always liked acting. When I felt like I wanted to get into it, I started doing a little, history. That's what I like to do when I want to get into stuff. I like to do a little history, so I know who's who and what's what, or kind of like the legends of it. I want to know the legends of it. And so, man, he definitely a legend. He definitely a legend. He come from the times where though it wasn't too many black faces on the screen. So, he set the tone for us. He set the tone in a major way. A major way. Another thing I like about Denzel is just his facial expression. And he's one of those type of actors. I feel like it's easy. He's so good, you can get your skills off of him. He gonna come so good, probably give you a few tips, but then he gonna put you in that comfortable zone. Is he really that character? Whether you gotta go into the character now, man, this nigga, you ain't Denzel. Hold up, yo, it's break. They just cut, yo. Hold up, man. Get out of character, fool.
Yeah.
He just that good, and that's just who I watch. And I watch a lot of I watch a lot of acting. I critique a lot of acting. I just was telling her on Snowfall, my new up and coming favorite female actress, her name is Rain Edwards. When I say that girl. At 22 years old, she played a crackhead, and this was during a time when crack cocaine supposed to first hit the black community. So you gotta think about it, just like how if you was 18 and you was I'm ready to smoke some grass, you gotta think about it. Crack cocaine was the new drug then, so it was cool. You feel me? We didn't know the effects it was going to have on us during the time. So. Me watching that and then watching her play that role, and she played it so well, so well. And to be 22, and I know you ain't I'm 31. I know you ain't saying that 22. The coke ain't even that good no more for the crackhead to be like how they was back then. Right. For real, like this is real actuality. So for her to portray that role of when it was pure as possible, and she was like, I'm talking about, yeah, y'all gotta watch the episode. Like she had it down, yo. She had it down. Check it out. Yeah, she had it down to where though I almost busted tears because because the show is like her boyfriend is the guy who basically brought drugs to the community. Basically, the CIA used him. He supposed to be what's his name? Freeway Ricky Ross. Basically, CIA used him to flood drugs into our community for real, and they also used it to fund the refugees in Nicaragua. I can't pronounce. Yeah, Nicaragua, man. To go to overthrow their government. Right. So a lot of people don't know. Like the U.S. messed up, but besides that, I'm gonna go back to the acting. Man, she killed that role. She killed it from start to finish. I'm talking about like when she first started that role, she watching a younger dude smoke cocaine through the pipe, and they in a party. She about to go to Spelman, right? And so like this just like a vivid picture of what our people been through, like how we really was attacked. Like I told you, she about to go to Spelman. She's sitting there, she like she tell her father like he a cop. She's like I want to do like a last day tour, go party, see my friend and stuff. He like all right, cool. So she go to the party. Sure enough, the man hitting the pipe. She sitting at the door, fascinated, like what the hell is that? And her little boyfriend asked like, you want to do it? You about to leave? We can have fun. Man, she hit that. You know what they say? When she one hit, back, you don't get go back. And it was over after that. Like, but she played the role. Like, she played that role, and I was like, wow. I had to look her up. Like, how old is she? Like, how did she know?
So you did like some research.
Yeah, because I want to know how did she know the mannerisms? Like, because I'm from the streets. Like, I done a lot of things, so I know. Yeah, I know how a crackhead acts, and like, she had it down to a T. Like, she from Harford County. She had to come down here and holler at her auntie. I knew she did. Probably. I know she did. Or something. Yep, chill with her auntie for like, can I
but that's
a couple
what
hours,
you
chill
do,
with you for a couple minutes.
Nicole, you talked about it earlier, how to pretty much do with Denzel, and I agree with you. He bodies every role that you give him so much that I think the running joke is he's always asking, am I cursing and am I teeing up in a role? Because even in his gangster roles or his serious save everybody role, there's a deep emotional scene where he's still masculine, but he shows that emotional intelligence side. So I'm like, that must be in his contract. Am I tearing up? Am I cussing? No, I can't play this role.
Right.
Yeah.
We gotta go to another break. Don't go nowhere. When we come back, I got a couple questions for you. Don't go nowhere. It is what it is radio.
Like and share the show, please. You know what it is.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. What you up with, just go hard. Don't let it. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all her homies head. I could wait for your response, but they let her hear me talk, so I just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond. Delivering these bars while I'm gripping on my balls. Jealous niggas hate to see you succeed, so fuck them all. I'm the master of my destiny, nigga, you not in charge. You either on your grind or in the way, so get lost. Be a man of everything you say you stand for. Lead your people by example, being hands-on. If you're back against the wall, then get your mask on. Fix your vision on the future like it's fast forward. The world is yours in due time, ain't gotta ask for it. I'm from the school of hard knocks, I took a crash course. Should be stressful, my nigga, that's why I'm getting high. But that's life, and it's the code that I live by. And you know how it is, where we at, nigga. They say money can't buy happiness, but I be happy as a bitch.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Black by Demand radio show.
Control. They said she wouldn't, so they didn't know if she had a weapon. So it's just a mess. So yeah, you do have to have these discussions with your children.
You do, and you have to make them aware of that there is an enemy out there. Every time the police pull you over, or every time you have an interaction with the police as a black person, you are at risk of being in front of your enemy. Hopefully, it's not a police officer that wants to demonstrate that he's your enemy, but we all see it's a high probability of that being the case. So if we're not talking to our children do not have the coping mechanisms to deal with these type of intense situations. What they're going to do is what most of us do as black people, me and anyone else, which is become emotional. And that is the trigger point for the police. They know that black people are emotional people. So when they arrive on the scene, they are purposely trying to say and do things to you to get your emotions up, right? And then once they get your emotions up, then it's like, oh, that's what we needed.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
It took me a minute. It took me an hour and 25.
He started with the question that even
Shouts out to my daughter and her new husband, Shay and Trey Williams.
Oh, so that's what's been on your mind over there.
I had a wedding date this morning, man.
I know, I seen it. Congratulations too, Shay.
So I'm a little down. I don't know if the viewers.
The Mrs. and Mr. Will.
I was in the cut.
Mr. and Mrs.
But yeah, Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Answer.
We heard you mentioning, well, we all were mentioning something about channeling that energy. Do you have a certain routine? Do you meditate? How do you get from Nicole to your character?
I have to study the character. I have to really dig deep, figure out what this character is all about, and find something that I can connect to within my personal, day to day. Find something that is super similar or even remotely similar to something that I've experienced, and it just helps me tap into that.
Kind of connect to it. Do you feel a difference though? Because reason why I'm asking this, like I've been on this energy kick, and I'm real big on manifestation, and I also think that we all pray to God, but I believe that we are gods, and if we manifest it enough or believe in ourselves enough, it'll happen. Yeah, God will help. It is a God, but we basically add to it. So, with that being said, do you is it just like when you disconnect? Is it like a feeling?
It takes a minute. I gotta watch myself, especially when I'm in those ratchet moments, because I find myself cussing for a couple of days, and I gotta just slap myself on the hand like Nicole, get back together. But no, not necessarily. I just kind of wing off, especially if we're not done yet, like on breaks. When they call cut and I know I have to do another scene, I can't all the way turn it off because I'm not going to be able to connect right back. I have to stay in that place until I'm finished. And once I'm finished, I might put on some gospel music or bring something just to bring me back down to myself.
Okay, because I'm a writer, and at one point in time I just was right. I recognize my talent. I'm not going to say I'm the ish, but I know that my writing can change my life, but I always took my writing as a joke until lately. And I would be, well, I'm gonna say this, when my brother got killed 4 years ago, it changed me and I kind of started looking to myself. So now when I write and I get in my zone, it's like a certain feeling that come over me. I don't know what it is, but I'm not Tyree when I'm writing.
Yes.
So euphoria. You go into that other person.
And it's scary because I recognize it. It's like a real feeling for me.
Yeah, it's there.
I feel you. I
Yeah.
feel you. 'Cause
So
When you tap into that energy, like you're saying, it's no denying it
Yeah.
at all. You feel it's a whole
it's-
body experience.
It's no denying it. Like you said, I got one experience where I don't know if I ever told y'all. One day, my girl had a half a wig, right? And so my hair was
What?
She had a what? A half a wig. I don't know if y'all know. Sometimes
He said wig, W-I-G.
Yeah,
half a wig.
Yeah, half a wig. W-I-G.
All right.
You know, you fix your hair up in the front and then you put the piece right there.
Gotcha.
You know. So it was a curly one. So I was playing around and I just put it on like the front. I had my hair was like a little bush, so I just put it on the front right here and I let the curls just drake back. And so I'm looking in the mirror. That's when I go straight into character. Shirley T.
Shirley T.
Shirley T. Shirley Temple curls, but he a pimp. And you can't play with him. So I'm in there, I'm in character, right? So my fiance, she love when I get in character, but she hate it because I be so into it. Like, she can't call me Devin no more. You can't, like, where though I get to talking about myself. Like, if I'm in character and you say, Devin, chill, I be like, Devin, I ain't no Devin. That nigga, I don't know that nigga. He's a chump. I get that. Where though you like, this nigga Devin crazy. Right. Devin, they keep calling me Devin. I don't know that nigga. Like, he's a chump. He's a sucker. Like, and then I get to going at my fiance like I'm the character. You feel me? Like, and keep calling myself a chump and talking about myself to her or whatever. And so Shirley T came about. I put the wig on, so I'm in the house. I grabbed some spray. I keep on saying, yeah, my hair on fleek. My shit on fleek. Y'all mad. Keep on swinging my hair, whatever. So my brother like, you playing? You want to go around West Side with it on? I'm like, shit, come on. Let's go. I say, matter of fact, I say, come on. I gotta go to the hair store anyway. Straight walking out, bobbing. People looking. I'm like, what you looking at? You mad my shit on fleek, shorty, huh? You want to come touch it? It's gonna cost you. You know it's going to cost you. Like, then I go in the hair store. I got everybody in the hair store dying, laughing. Like,
do you record yourself?
Like, rolling.
Ego. Yeah, you should have
I recorded that character. I recorded that character.
Do you still
I did.
have
It's on Instagram.
Okay.
We need you to reshare that so I can share it with our flyer.
I definitely got Shirley T on Instagram. I got, the Get Money Dummy on Instagram. And they the only two have touched Instagram so far. The Get Money Dummy and Shirley T. I got about 5 characters. The other one I did with them was Uncle Grady. Uncle Grady. Yeah, Uncle Grady pissed them off. I did Uncle Grady all day. They was mad. It started with my mother having a walker, and I was playing on the walker, walking in Target, and I kept on acting like I was falling on people. And so now this came with a voice where like, yeah, y'all youngsters around here, and I just keep talking to my sons like that. And then I get to talking to my mother. I'm calling her Riri. What's up, little Riri? What's up with Shirley? How she been? She's like, you know my goddamn. She like, Devin, stop playing my goddamn mother. I'm like, Devin, man, that nigga, I don't know that nigga. Like, I'm Uncle Grady now. To where though, by like 7 o'clock, everybody calls me Uncle Grady. Whole house, Uncle Grady. You feel me? Then I got a Spanish dude. Well, he's not Spanish. He speaks Spanish, which is like broken Spanish. His name Alejandro. He was a one-hit wonder. He got a song called Salvador. Y'all want to hear it?
Go for it.
Do it.
Salvador, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien ya. Salvador.
This nigga crazy.
That's Alejandro famous song.
Alejandro.
Yeah, I go deeper, but he got a sidekick named Boink there too. But that's my brother. Like, I did that character all day one day. Yeah, I got all 5 of them. They called, and my series gonna call it The Fielders. It's gonna start with Uncle Grady. Uncle Grady's 99 3/4. He been selling dope all his life, and he been sold dope before everybody. Before any 99 3/4.
And he sold dope.
It's gonna start with him coming home.
Wow.
It's gonna start with him coming home. He gonna come home and get back to the block. And the first, I'm gonna give y'all a snippet of the first episode. The first episode, Get Money Dummy is his grandson. That's a 25-year-old nigga that think he's still 18. So he out here calling people dummy and all that. So so Uncle Grady called home and tell him like, go to the store and get me a fresh outfit. You know how brothers is when they come home, they want to look fresh. And Uncle Grady is up on the stuff like I want a True Religion grandson when I get home. I'm sending 600 home. Go to the True Religion store out Towson and go get me a True Religion outfit. Get Money Dummy goes out the flea market.
Give him the bootleg.
Give him the bootleg. So Uncle Grady come on the block. He come home to a little come home party. Then he like, I gotta go get me some money. I'm gonna go see my homeboy. So he hit the block. This nigga got on fake True Religion.
Right.
You feel me? Now, the old heads that know I'm not gonna say nothing because they know Uncle Grady too crazy. He gonna hit you with the knife quick. You feel me? So I got a character named Lil Shank. I gotta find a little dude for him. He is actually Uncle Grady's great grandson, but Uncle Grady don't know it because he been locked up for so long. So Lil Shank, he 9, but he been getting. They call him Lil Shank because he getting shanked all his life.
You gotta get Shay, yo.
Like he been getting. I was thinking about that, but man, Shay already had kind of like bad blood.
That wasn't your fault though.
No, it wasn't. He started with me.
Yeah, he
started with me.
But
But Lil Shank, it started off with Lil Shank. He come on the block. He got the fake True Religion on. And Lil Shank basically tell him like, Uncle Grady, you coming out here, boy? Like, that shit fake. Like, you got that from the flea market. Uncle Grady, what, youngster? He put it up in Lil Shank. Like, mind you, Lil Shank only 9, but he fend for himself.
Damn.
Like this,
yo,
like
listen, 9, yo.
Yeah, listen. This, my aim is to bring some type of laugh. I know our city is so violent. You feel me? But my aim is to bring some type of laughter, but also truth to some struggles that we have in our city.
Right.
You feel me? Like a lot of people don't know. It's a lot of young dudes that come up and they got to fend for themselves at 9, 10 years old, 11 years, 12 years old. I'm talking about feeding their little brothers, going outside, got to do this and do that, or pump gas, and you know what I mean? And so that's where the kind of Lil Shank character came from. Okay. You feel me? And he just out there, and that, like he gonna be like the you know, like that character everybody like because he the underdog. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? He the underdog. You feel me? He related to all them crazy fielders, but he know he is, but none of them claim him. Even his own father, Shirley T, his father.
Oh man.
So you know where you know what his mother was. If Shirley T is father, you know what his mother was. Shirley T never Shirley T never claimed him. You feel me? My man out there fending for himself. They call him Baby Shank because he been getting shanked all his life. And when the doctor went to smack on his ass, he had the scalp on his hand.
Oh damn.
You feel me? Like it's been bad for Shorty all his life.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But in my movie, he gonna be the one that like. You feel me? Really come up. He gonna be the one that really like he the underdog. So it's gonna be a whole series. I'm gonna do all my characters first, and then I'm gonna do the movie. I want the movie gonna be called "I'm a Killer Fielders." I want everybody in the city just after the fielders. Period. Like everybody, like Young Moose, Miss Dr. Wagner. Like I want to bring like when I do this, I want to bring everybody in.
Love that.
Yeah. I want to bring everybody in.
I like that.
So I truly expect to see you networking, sir.
Thanks.
And if people pay attention to me, I will tell you I'm the wrong person to tell your vision to because I'm going to put you in some uncomfortable positions. And I will stay on you, but it's because I see greatness in you. I saw that before I had even personally met you.
Yeah, you told me that.
That's kind of why I just flock to you. It's never by chance that I flock to people.
And listen, and don't think like everything you say, like I take it and I love that like you coming like a real big sister. Like little bro, you doing too much now. You feel me? And I love that. I love that fact. You feel what I'm saying? And like you said, you don't try to take away from me or nothing like that. You just try to tell me, nah, do it like this, or you feel me, line it up like that, then it's gonna come out a little better. And I was like, yeah, you feel me? I definitely appreciate that.
Tonight.
I definitely appreciate that.
And for anybody that's watching, if you just heard, again, Deb and I have a lot of conversations off scene and during our break. Between last Friday and this Friday, big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference. And it's never, for the viewers, it's never about changing who you are, but understand that if you expect to get from point A to point B, C, D, E, F, G, you got to do some restructuring of self, because it's nothing worse than walking into any type of interview, a job interview. The first thing I'm looking at, because I interview, especially being a supervisor, I'm looking at your presentation. Now I'm looking for your preparedness. Do you know anything about the organization? Do you know anything about the position you apply for? Or did you just apply because you need a job? And not that that's a bad thing, but take the time to actually be able to engage in a conversation with the person or persons that's interviewing you. So I applaud you because one, to be a man and to be a black man and have a black woman come to you and have the conversation. I thank you for one, even being receptive of it. And it's going to take you far. Really it is. You have so many gifts and talents in you, Deb, and when it's released, like Nicole already told you, your ability to project your voice, not even loudly, but just to activate it and bring about movement. That's what makes a good leader.
Right.
That's powerful. Don't lose that. Use it, but use it in a positive way, whether it's writing movies, writing books, blogging, whatever it is you do, incorporate your God-given gifts and talents, and don't silence yourself. Just know when to be loud, when to bring it down. Cause
and when it turns
this is Dr. Nicole.
Right.
But depending on my environment, you might meet Bunguisha.
Right.
You have to adjust. And again, that's why I say we act every day of our life.
Yeah.
When I'm at the job, people joke me. They like, girl, what is that voice? That's my 9 to 5 voice.
Right.
I can't be like, yo, what's up?
Right.
No, you can't answer the phone. And so I'm very proud of you. And thank you. And I see greatness in you. And I'm looking forward to seeing how God is about to move even deeper within your life.
I appreciate that so much, big sister.
Yeah. So please make sure you link up with this young lady.
Because you remind me of my older brother, Joshua. I've been looking at you the whole time. From the face to the way that you present yourself, just your goofiness, and I absolutely love it. You're a great spirit.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
What I love about your show, Tyree, I know that was one of the questions Nicole asked me, how long have I been doing this? And I was sharing with her, I started out as a guest, then I called in, and then here I am.
Yep.
Who'd have thunk it? And I hate speaking in front of people. I don't like it.
I remember you said like one of your guests.
I don't like it.
It was hard for you to kind of get ready to come on the radio show.
Yeah, it's
you
hard
like,
for
I gotta
me.
Get ready.
Yeah, I don't. But we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. It is what it is. Radio, like and share, and we'll see you in a few.
Don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do at one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world and found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the tip out was taxing. Buying all the purses, trying to keep up with the fashion. And her mama hated babysitting with a passion. She deserved better circumstances. A black queen, she should've been blessed with certain chances. Looked down upon, getting all the hurting glances. Making men change up all the twerking stances. She never cried about the pain, only gritted her teeth. But most soldiers never get a flower or a wreath. She like G.I. Jane in the war with no relief. Don't recognize why killers was going through her beef. She said more prayers than the nun did. After seeing so much struggles with only one kid, the clinic said baby number 2 couldn't be undid. 9 months later, delivery and it's one big. But this time it was an older dude. But the shit happened so fast, she barely know the dude. Damn, but we all make mistakes though.
Who's gonna have my money today?
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
You know, like
I think the problem is
like
I don't even know how we got here, but it's inbred. You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period. My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated us. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. Miss Nicole.
Yes.
We're gonna get you to come back. You escaped something this week, but we got you.
We gonna get it next time.
Yeah, but before we get out of here, please let the world know what you got going on and how they can follow you on social media.
Okay, so right now I am heavily getting ready for my first theater experience. It's called Mama's Kitchen. It is going to be October the 12th from 7 to 9. It is a dinner theater, so come with your appetites. It is $30 right now, which is super inexpensive for a dinner theater. Usually they go for like $50, $60.
Right.
But it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of smiles. So definitely come and take a look at that. If you want, you can go on to my social media. I do have the links up there as well. But when you go and buy your ticket, you have to click under my name, which is Nicole Iman. Don't forget Nicole Iman. As far as my social medias are concerned, Instagram, it is Nicole_Iman, IMAN_PHB more, which is Project Keep Baltimore. Facebook, don't try to type in my government name, which is Nicole Williams. It's like 110,000 million Nicole Williams. So Nicole Iman, IMAN. Before I am finished, I just want to say something really quickly, if you guys don't mind. I just want to give a shout out to my mother. She is my biggest supporter. Don't start. Stop.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Stop. No, seriously, because you're going to get me emotional. She is my biggest supporter ever.
Nothing wrong with that. Get emotional.
Okay.
There's nothing
She
wrong with that.
is my best friend.
Let it out.
We have the same name, we have the same birthday, so we are super connected.
Wow, same name and birthday.
And it's a whole story behind that, I promise. Like, y'all be over here like, oh my goodness, if I went into all of that. So next time.
Okay.
But she is my best friend, and I just want to say thank you so much for helping me with the girls and for believing in me and just always being there for me. I love you so much. I didn't forget about you. I know you was probably watching all of this, like, she talking about all these people except for me. So I say the best for last. I love you. I'll call you in a little bit.
You hear that, Mama Nicole?
That's what's up.
Yes.
You hear that, Mama Nicole?
So thank you for having me.
Thank
No
you
problem.
for coming.
No problem at all. We appreciate you for coming.
Yeah, and for our viewers, this is one of the things, many things, Tyree, that I love about It Is What It Is Radio. It's real people, real raw talent. What you're seeing tonight, real raw, authentic emotions from this young lady. And again, without people such as yourself and these type of platforms, we really are ignorant far as in Baltimore City of all the talent and events that are going on. So if you're not already tuned into It Is What It Is Radio, please make sure you're linking up with one of us here or one of our beautiful or handsome guests, because we've had some amazing guys. We've been doing good. Make sure you're linking up with us, because this is where you're gonna get all of that information. I consider this like a resource center as well. If you have a talent and you're aspiring in a certain industry and you want to get your face and your name out there, then you want to connect with It Is What It Is Radio, either Tyree Miles, Dev, Dr. Nicole, myself, or Tanika Brogdon, so that we can try and interview you, get a bio, and get you on the show. And remember, preparedness. We give a lot of nuggets and tips also while we're on the show. Nicole just shared some. I share them all the time. For the ladies and the guys, if you're looking to get into the acting and or modeling industry, first things first, attitude. Gotta have a healthy attitude. Otherwise, take some time, get that right. Once you have the right attitude and your perspective just on being critiqued, getting feedback, allowing someone to develop you like that film in a dark room, then you want to make sure you have other things in place such as models, a comp card. Because this is about people taking you serious.
Right.
And I know you'll agree with me when I say when you are the only one that's at any type of casting call and you walk in and they're asking for stats, which for modeling is your measurements, or in acting, have you done theater play, have you been in any TV shows or what have you, and you say, oh, here's my comp card, it has my stats on there. I love the looks that I get.
Right.
And I have been at casting calls where I am the only one that have the presentation, because it's not just a card. You know, it's not just me wasting money. If you want to be serious and you want to be taken serious, you have to dress the part. And I'm not just talking about clothes, but have all of the tools that you need to be taken seriously. So I don't know if you all want to add to that, but I cannot stress that enough to people that's viewing, you know, and it breaks my heart when I'm at some of the casting calls and I'm like, the instructions were right there. And the ladies don't follow the instructions, or the guys don't follow.
They think they could slide past or try to talk their way through it. And like I have been in that type of position before where you come in and they like, and you hand them whatever, like you said, your comp card, and they looking at you, then they look at everybody else. Now everybody looking at you like, oh, that's smart and good. Like, nah, bro, I just came ready. Like, I just came ready, and I know where I want to go. I know what I want to do.
When you take your time out and you're traveling, you mean business. Nothing's worse than getting in your car, because you don't know if I've had to go in my cup holder and put my change together to put some gas in my car. Real talk. You don't know. So when I go, I'm not coming just to bring you 100%. I'm coming to bring you 100 plus, infinity plus.
Because people they mess up because they think that their audition starts when the audition starts, but it doesn't. It starts with that comp card. It starts as soon as they see your face. As soon as you walk through the door, that's when that interview starts. That's when your audition starts, and people mess it up for themselves. It's really important.
And I want to shout out Miss Lauren Coleman Ross. She is the director of the Miss Full Figure DMV pageant. The reason why I want to shout her out is because my fear is speaking in front of people. Although my job requires that I do it, and everything that I do requires that I do it. But part of the pageant was a speech. Part of the assignment was practicing your speech, not to learn it word verbatim, but so you could speak fluently without using and you could speak confidently. So I want to thank you for that, Miss Lauren, because moving forth, even since the pageant, I'm rehearsing everything. If I know I have a budget meeting or something, I'm in my car. I'm not listening to the music unless I have to teach class. I'm going over my speech, what I'm going to say.
I have something to help you with that. I saw this guy playing the saxophone. I don't know if y'all saw a clip in front of a lot of cows. And he said he did that because he had a fear of doing it in front of a lot of people. So it kind of put me in a sense of like, wow, like, so for you, if you got an animal or you see some pigeons just eating some bread, give them the speech. Give them the speech. Maybe you feel me, you're going to start to feel comfortable around people. You feel me? You maybe start just thinking like, hey, these just like my cat that's sitting there. I got you, cat. You know what I mean? And you just find something or something living to deliver your speech to. And I think it might help you, big sis, and to be able to, deliver to a human being.
Help too.
Because I get my little knees buckled, but when it comes to that, I've been an MC. I was MC in first grade. I never forget. My teacher, and that was when I had I felt as though my speech impediment was a lot stronger than what it was, but I just had the courage just to get up there and go, and I couldn't stop. I had jokes and everything coming off the women and all that. So I was
not
like,
surprised
wow.
about those jokes. I love your confidence, and that's the other thing. And when I met you, Nicole, your presence. You have a powerful presence, young lady.
But you know what, though? I had to get myself together for that because not even a week before I auditioned and met you for Project Heat, I went to this audition in DC, and I was so ready for it. Like, it was like a big thing because the production and everything was supposed to be a big thing. So I'm like, okay, like I got this, and then I got there and I completely bombed it. I completely, because I let my nerves just get over. And I was like, no, this is never happening again. Like, I need to figure something out. And so I sat there and I realized, I'm like, fear is just your body's way of telling you that, you know, you're excited about something. Yeah. But if you let it overtake you, then you're going to end up happening what happened to me. So I really, like, the whole time I was going to the audition, I kept telling myself, like, Nicole, get it together. Like, I put on different music to try to help me. I really had to study on how to overcome my fear. I was YouTubing everything, trying to figure out how to get over my fear and everything. And then I came and I did that, and I got the part. So I'm like, I will never allow fear to be a reason why I don't get a role on something. If I don't get a role, I want it to be because they found someone better, not because I messed myself up.
That's what's up. Well, we thank you for coming. I'm going to just add my little pebble of knowledge. I'm going to give y'all the 5 P's if y'all don't know, but it's real proper planning.
Come on with it.
Prevents poor performance.
Yes.
And also the 3 F's, family, faith, and finance. This has been another week of It Is What It Is Radio. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Another great show.
Yeah,
thank you all
another great show.
For handling it all while I was under the weather or whatever you may want to say. Appreciate it. And join up. Make sure y'all tune in next week.
Next week. Like and share the show. We up out of here. And remember,
have a good one.
Everyone is different in every different way.
That's right.
It is what it is.
Love yourself.
Unapologetically.
Yeah.